In this screencast, we're going to look at the relationship between degrees and radians. First, let's look at degrees. If we have a circle, we know that there are 360 degrees in the circle. Therefore, in a half circle, or a semicircle, there will be half that amount of degrees. So half of 360 would be 180. So there's 180 degrees. And if we looked at a quarter of a circle, so a quarter is a quarter of 360, so 360 divided by 4 is 90 degrees, we'd see that there is 90 degrees. And there's 90 degrees. And we call this angle here a right angle. But what is a radian? Well, if you could pick up the radius of a certain circle, like it were a plastic rod, and bend it around the circumference of that circle, then that bent radius length would touch the sides of a central angle which has a measurement of 1 radian. So let's look at that here. Here is a circle, and we're going to mark out the radius and a radius here, and according to the definition, this length here is a circumference equal to the radius, and that means that angle here is 1 radian. But we know that the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. That's from basic maths. So this distance here is equal to 2 pi r. But 1 radian has a circumference of r by its definition. 1 radian has a circumference of r. So if there's 2 pi r in a full circle and a radian has a circumference of r, that means there must be 2 pi radians in a full circle. So a full circle has 2 pi radians. But we also know that a full circle is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, 1 radian is 360 degrees divided by 2 pi, which is approximately equal to 57 degrees. Now, if we want to convert degrees to radians, we've already seen that 1 radian is equal to 360 multiplied by 2 pi. So if we want to find out what 1 degree is, so we'll multiply across by 2 pi and divide by 360. So 1 degree is 2 pi divided by 360 radians. So I've cross multiplied. And therefore, if we wanted to find out, let's say, what 4 degrees was, well, it's 2 pi divided by 360, 2 pi divided by 360, multiplied by 4, the number of degrees. And that works to be about 0.069 of a radian. If we wanted to get 90 degrees, well, we do the same thing. So it's 2 pi divided by 360 multiplied by 90. But we also know that 90 goes into 360 4 times. So I can cancel that out. 90 goes in there 4 times. So that gives me 2 pi over 4. And 2 will go into 4 2 times. So that will cancel out. That will become 4. So 90 degrees is equal to pi over 2 radians. And if we divided pi by 2, we would get 1.57 radians. So 90 degrees is pi over 2 radians, which is equal to 1.57 radians. Now if we want to convert radians to degrees, well, we know that 1 radian is 360 divided by 2 pi. Therefore 2 radians must be 360 divided by 2 pi multiplied by 2. And that works out to be about 114.59 degrees. And pi over 2 radians, well, it's 360 divided by 2 pi again, multiplied by pi over 2, the number of radians. Pi's will cancel out. 2 by 2 is 4, so we get 360 over 4, which is equal to 90 degrees. So in summary, when converting degrees to radians, you multiply the number of degrees by 2 pi over 360. And when converting radians to degrees, you multiply the number of radians by 360 all over 2 pi. And that ends our screencast.